Cover crops are honestly one of gardening's best-kept secrets, and while most people think of clover, vetch, or even rye, there's this one underrated option that's been quietly transforming my soil, and, well, I'm planting it everywhere this year. That crop is buckwheat, and it's about to become your garden's new best friend. Fast-growing, easy to manage, and incredibly beneficial for your soil's health, buckwheat is the ultimate multitasker. From improving soil fertility to attracting pollinators and even suppressing weeds, this humble plant does the work of 3 or 4 different garden amendments, without costing you a fortune or demanding hours of labor. One of the main reasons I love buckwheat is its ability to grow incredibly quickly. In just 4 to 6 weeks, you can have a lush, green carpet that covers bare soil and prevents weeds from gaining a foothold. This means you can slot it into short gaps between crops, even in a busy garden schedule. Unlike many cover crops that require an entire season, buckwheat is perfect for gardeners who want quick results and don't want to tie up their beds for months. Its shallow root system also means it's easy to pull or cut down when you're ready to plant something else. Buckwheat's soil-improving powers are where the real magic happens. As it grows, it captures phosphorus from the soil, an essential nutrient for strong root and flower development, and makes it more available to future crops. If your tomatoes, peppers, or flowers have been struggling to bloom, planting buckwheat before them can make a noticeable difference. It also creates a thin but effective root mat that reduces erosion and helps keep your soil structure intact, even during heavy rain. And if you've ever battled weeds, buckwheat can be your quiet ally. It grows so fast and so thick that it literally shades out weed seeds before they have a chance to germinate. I've used it in areas overrun by crabgrass, and after one buckwheat cycle, the difference was night and day. This natural weed suppression means you can reduce your reliance on mulches or endless hand-pulling, freeing up your time for more enjoyable gardening tasks. But, buckwheat's benefits go beyond the soil. It's also a magnet for pollinators. In full bloom, it produces these delicate white flowers that bees, butterflies, and beneficial predatory insects just can't resist. The nectar is rich and plentiful, making it an excellent mid-season food source when other blooms may be scarce. I've noticed an increase in bee activity in my garden since planting it, which has had a ripple effect on my fruiting plants. Strong pollinator populations mean more abundant harvests, and buckwheat helps make that happen. Planting buckwheat is refreshingly simple. You don't need fancy equipment or perfectly prepared soil. Just scatter the seeds over your garden bed, lightly rake them in, and give them a good watering. They germinate quickly, often within 3 to 5 days, and don't require heavy fertilization or constant care. This makes it an excellent choice for beginner gardeners or, anyone managing multiple garden areas. Even if you're working with poor soil, buckwheat will still thrive. It's incredibly forgiving and adaptable. When it comes time to end the buckwheat cycle, timing is key. You'll want to cut it down before it sets seed, usually when about 25 to 50% of the plants are in bloom. This prevents it from reseeding aggressively and ensures that the biomass is still tender enough to break down quickly. You can chop it and drop it right where it grew, letting it act as a nutrient-rich mulch, or till it lightly into the top layer of soil for faster decomposition. Within a couple of weeks, you'll have a clean, fertile bed ready for your next planting. The more I've used buckwheat, the more I've realized it's not just a cover crop. It's a bridge between growing seasons, a living mulch, a pollinator haven, and a soil conditioner all in one. It works in vegetable gardens, flower beds, and even between orchard rows. And unlike some cover crops that can be finicky or hard to terminate, buckwheat is straightforward and predictable. It's the kind of plant that gives far more than it takes, which is why I'm dedicating more space to it each year. If you've never tried planting a cover crop, buckwheat is the perfect place to start. It will show you just how much difference a short-season plant can make, both above and below the soil. And if you're an experienced gardener, adding buckwheat into your rotation can fill those awkward garden gaps while supercharging your soil for the crops that follow. In a world where every square foot of growing space counts, a plant that delivers this many benefits in such a short time is simply too good to ignore. This season, I'm going all in on buckwheat, and once you see what it can do for your garden, I think you'll be hooked too.